Welcome to the very first edition of Ask WWN. You can use the hashtag AskWWN for tonight's show. As you know, this is a pre-recorded podcast. Basically, you tweet us your questions using the hashtag AskWWN, or you can also throw an email at us, as many questions as you want. Please just keep them all in the same email, though, because we do receive a lot of emails each and every day. You can ask us anything Ring of Honor related, WWE related, and TNA related. Obviously, we want to tell you to go to worldwrestlingnews.com. We are going to start emailing out a newsletter. That is the plan this fall. You can also reserve your spot on our interactive page for important updates and everything else. Right now, we actually have about 350 already signed up. They are considered premium accounts. There is a way to get past the billing, though. All you have to do is, hey, you know me? Then boom. We talk a lot. We're friends. You know me? You're going to get a free pass. And I've given out about 20 free passes so far. So, tonight's edition of Ask WWN, this is our debut episode. If you do not know me, I am the owner of WorldWrestlingNews.com. I am also co-host of the Ringside Podcast, along with Dan Kowski over there. And I'm also your official host for Ask WWN. And for tonight's episode, our first question comes from Brandon Davis. You can also follow Brandon here on Twitter at BrandonDavis23. His question is, who will beat Ambrose for the U.S. title? Well, you know, that's kind of an interesting question. I'm going to have to say Cody Rhodes. To be honest with you, Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, they're probably going to feud for another month or two, a good month or two. And, you know, Damian Sandow, he has that briefcase, and he's planning on cashing that in and becoming the next World Heavyweight Champion. And for Cody Rhodes, where does that leave him? I mean, he turned face, which was kind of nice to see, freshen his character up. He obviously shaved that mustache off. But where do we see Cody Rhodes going from there? To be honest with you, I see him capturing either the Intercontinental Championship or the United States Championship. But I think that as a face, Cody Rhodes, could be the face of the United States Championship. Obviously, as you know, Dusty Rhodes, Cody's father, he held many titles back in the day, and how great would it be for Cody Rhodes to actually hold the United States Championship like his father did? How great would that be? Our next question comes from a reader. They want to know, with TNA's lawsuit over, and now that it's been a while, is WWE looking to sign guys like Devon to a contract now? Well, you know, WWE has had a lot of interest in some TNA stars recently. And Devon, as you know, he used to be part of the WWE when he left. Maybe I think it was 05 or 06. Guys like him could also, we would love to see them back in the WWE. He had a pretty decent TNA run, I'd say. A lot better than a lot of the other superstars, like RVD. I felt he had a very terrible run over there. I also feel that, Mick Foley and Ric Flair, I really thought that it didn't go very well over there. So I could see them having a lot of interest in guys like Devon, or, there have also been informal talks with Matt Morgan from what I hear, but I can't confirm anything with Matt Morgan at this time. Our next question is, what's the latest with AJ Styles and his contract status with TNA Wrestling? Well, this is a good question. AJ Styles' contract with TNA Wrestling is obviously going to be up in a month, and although he is currently negotiating with them, TNA is hoping to keep him, but for a very, very low price. AJ Styles, in fact, even put an interesting little tidbit on his Facebook page where it says, "Where do fans want AJ Styles to be? TNA? WWE? Ring of Honor? Japan? Lots of options, tough decisions." And since then, speculation has really been rampant regarding his future, but it will come down to last minute thing. That's really what TNA does. They get it to the last minute. Another reader asks, I heard on the Ringside podcast that Dolph Ziggler was put in the WWE doghouse. What exactly happened? Well, this is what happened. Dolph Ziggler had a confrontation with Randy Orton backstage, and Randy Orton really has a lot of political involvement, I guess you could say. He has a lot of input that he gives that they want, and I guess when you confront guys like Randy Orton about something and you're disgruntled, he gets pissed off pretty quickly, and like with what Dolph Ziggler did, he got put in the WWE doghouse, and we can tell. Obviously, as you know, I think it was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins confronted Orton one day, and they got a lot of heat put on them, but I hear that is actually over, and that Randy Orton actually likes working with the Shield. So, that's just a little bit info on what got Dolph Ziggler in trouble. Another question is why was Big Show afraid of getting fired on the closing segment of Raw this past week if he has an ironclad contract? I think it's just another case of WWE making their viewers have short-term memory. Well, this reader brings out a very good point that I actually brought out on the latest episode of the Ringside Podcast, episode number 7. And I think that WWE really they want to depend on their fans on having short-term memory. But what WWE screwed up on is recently, that's what they did with Big Show's absence this past summer. They said he has an ironclad contract and he's taking the time off. That's really what they were saying. And that right there is a big no-no. WWE shouldn't have done that. That is very bad. Very bad on what WWE did. Well, that was our debut right there of Ask WWN. As you know, it's only like a 10-minute podcast, and this is free for everyone to listen to. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next week on our edition of hashtag AskWWN.